So Albright in the red and blue, O'Grady in the maroon and yellow, and so far it's been all Albright. Albright now going to the eyes. O'Grady going for another low blow yet again, and working on the back with the Boston Crab. Albright is out quick. I think that was too close to the ropes anyway to make a difference. Albright now pulling O'Grady out, working on the knee, saying, here's how it's done. You don't let me get to the ropes. O'Grady now with a standing suplex. And a reverse atomic drop, and Albright is down. Albright sends O'Grady into the corner. Does not follow up though. A nice hip toss. Figure four, and no submission there. Both men seem to be pacing themselves, which is smart. It will be a grueling night for whoever advances from this match. All right. Another single leg takedown from Albright. Oh, they are too close to the ropes, though. A roll-up, but that's definitely in the ropes. Ref calls for the rope break. Albright snapmares him over and pulls him out from the ropes. Locks in a top wrist lock. O'Grady goes to the eyes to break the hold, though. Oh, and again to the eyes. Albright might be blinded. He tried for a drop kick there and missed. O'Grady drops the elbow on the back of the head and stomps the back of the knee.
Give up.
Albright back to the submission holds. Whips O'Grady into the ropes. O'Grady off. Albright went for I think a abdominal stretch, but O'Grady not having it. O'Grady is back on the attack, showing that he definitely wants to advance in the tournament. And who wouldn't? Who would not want to hold the very first Emperor Crown Championship here in Bushido Underground? I mean, this is the title, and if you're not here to get to the top, why are you here at all? Jonathan Justice letting the low blows slide from O'Grady, knowing just how important tonight is. Again with the top wrist lock, and again O'Grady goes to the eyes. Two men are trading blows back and forth. O'Grady with closed fists, though, wins. Albright from the UK. More open-handed attacks. O'Grady now to the eyes. And off the ropes. O'Grady sends Albright to the floor and now has a chair, but Albright stops the attack with the chair, works the knee a little bit on the outside. Now here you have till a count of 20 in Bushido Underground, but these two might not make it back in. They just don't seem to care at this point. This may have become personal. No, both men in barely at 17. O'Grady off the ropes. Albright steps out of the way. Nobody home for O'Grady. O'Grady, though, goes to a kick to the stomach. Ooh, Albright ducks a clothesline. O'Grady into the rope. Albright with a double underhook suplex and then rear chin hold. No submission there, though. O'Grady whipped into the ropes again and just mows over Albright. Not sure quite what Albright was thinking there at that point. There is a strategy, it seems like, working the leg of Albright, or excuse me, of O'Grady, but I don't know how well it's working. O'Grady still seems to be at the top of his game, whereas Albright seems to be more on the losing end of things now at this point in the match. Back to the floor we go, this time initiated by Albright. Albright now on the receiving end of some of those closed fists from O'Grady. Oh, and Albright this time going to the low blow. I was wondering when the gentleman would go out the window and Albright would show some of his true colors. And we have officially seen it. Oh, again with a mule kick. And only a 1 count. The crowd's starting to get behind these two men now.
Give up.
Again going to the knee.
Give up.
And no submission. O'Grady once again is up on his feet. Albright now with a running forearm and back to working on the knee.
Give up.
I'm not sure how much of this O'Grady is going to be able to take, but so far not seeming all that much worse for wear. Of course, if I had 16 other participants in a tournament watching as I was the first match, I wouldn't show that I have been injured either. O'Grady now with some closed fists and a discus punch. Now a submission of his own, locking in the figure 4. And Albright out quickly. Not going to do, or should I say outdo, Albright on submissions, really. Oh, O'Grady went off of the ropes. Albright with a drop toe hold takes him down, and now sort of an STF type submission hold there. Ooh, inverted atomic drop though puts Albright on his back. O'Grady drops the big elbow on his face, but Albright seems to be recovering quickly, taking down O'Grady and going to the rear chin lock once again. O'Grady goes to the eyes though. Ooh, vicious swinging sidewalk slam. Only a 2 count though. Albright sends O'Grady into the corner, kicks his knees out from under him now. Definitely working on those knees here. Back in the STF style submission hold. And no submission yet again. O'Grady is out. Albright whipped into the ropes now. O'Grady sidesteps him and locks in a sleeper hold. And the ref asking now, but Albright breaks the hold. How much damage did Albright take from the lack of oxygen to the brain though? Ooh, vicious elbow drop on the chest now of Albright. But he comes back with a Falcon's arrow. And only a 2.5. Oh, Albright down from a kick to the midsection. Both men showing their wearing at this point. Albright, the veteran, with some years on him. O'Grady, while still a vet, not near the years that Albright has. Ooh. And down low goes O'Grady once again, off the top with an elbow to the spine this time of Albright. Oh. Going back to the sleeper hold. And Jonathan Justice is there, checking, make sure it's not a choke, and asking if he gives up. No submission. Oh, vicious brain buster there from O'Grady to Albright. And now the two men are trading blows. O'Grady signals it's over. Oh, hits him with a headbutt and sends him to his back. Now picking him back up and planting him in the middle of the ring. On his stomach, pulling him back up. Ooh, Albright with an inside small package, but into the ropes they go. No count. Albright gut wrench suplexed over into the ropes. And O'Grady goes for the elbow off the top again, but misses. Albright catches the elbow to the face. Ooh, vicious brain buster on O'Grady, who is actually up first. I believe Albright may have worn himself down. O'Grady sends him to the floor. No follow through though. They're both catching their wind at this point. O'Grady in the middle and meets Albright on the way in. Drags him to the center, puts him on his stomach, and sends him into the corner now after picking him back up. Although Albright comes back with a single leg trip, and again with the inside small package, a 2.9, so close. The ref's hand almost hit the mat. If that would have happened, O'Grady's night would have been through, and his hopes at the Emperor Crown Championship gone. O'Grady now dropped on his head once, and a backbreaker. Albright picks him back up. Ooh, catches a back elbow into the nose and 2 fingers into the eyes. To boot. Also, a set of closed fists and a discus punch. Oh, Albright submits to the rear chin lock. O'Grady advances on into the tournament. Alrighty, guys. O'Grady advances on to the next round in 24 minutes and 3 seconds. Not the kind of opening match in a tournament like this that you want to have. Let's see if the next two, Conway the Machine and Scooter Parker, can make their night any shorter.
Did you know you bought 3 gruelings and 3 mediums?
5.
All right, and they lock up in the middle. And immediately Conway the Machine taking over on Scooter Parker. He's looking to definitely make his night shorter. But Scooter reverses and goes for the headlock. Lands a couple closed fists. To no avail, though. Conway the Machine is still continuing his assault, sending Scooter Parker out to the floor now. Follows him out and just mercilessly beating him on the floor. Ooh, a series of headbutts now. Pulls out a light tube from under the ring.
Yeah.
Ooh, a vicious powerbomb. He was going for on the light, but he missed the light tube. Conway and Scooter both in at 18. I don't think it was smart of Parker to come back in, although he comes out of the corner with a scoop slam. It's been all Conway so far, and continues to be all Conway as he takes the momentum back quickly. Scooter reverses, but Conway holds on. Chop, but no real effect on Conway. Conway the Machine is just that. He's a machine. He's a beast. I'm not sure at this point that anyone in the tournament's going to have a good night who has to face him. Parker with a vertical suplex, though, but the Machine right back up. Trading forearm blows now, and Scooter Parker surprisingly with the better result out of it. Conway shaking some of the cobwebs loose just in time to take a flying knee from Scooter Parker, which he shrugged off as if it was nothing. A couple low blows and a couple forearms from Scooter. Scooter with a scoop slam, dragging Conway out away from the ropes, and Conway the Machine right back up. Again attacking, going to work on Scooter Parker. as if he didn't even get slammed. I don't know if I'm the other guys in the tournament right now. My eyes are definitely on Conway the Machine. He would probably have me a little concerned because so far none of this offense from Scooter Parker has had any kind of effect. Almost a 3 count there already in only 6 minutes. Ooh, vicious, vicious knee lift to the midsection. Just forcing Parker up from the mat into a powerbomb position. But the pin was in the ropes, so it's forced to break. Parker with a little bit of offense once again, but Conway right back to it. Ooh, again with that vicious powerbomb.
2, 3.
That'll do it. Conway the Machine advances to the next round at 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Definitely a shorter night so far than Patrick O'Grady. We'll see what happens. He's got to have people in the locker room focused solely on him at this point with that performance. I mean, that match was all Conway the Machine. All right, guys, let's get to our next match. The newcomer, Hansel Wallace, versus Elijah Stewart. Elijah Stewart, Mr. Good Vibes, coming in with not so great of a record so far here in Bushido Underground. Let's see if he can turn it around. Hansel Wallace, never before in a Bushido Underground ring. Ooh, just mowing over Elijah right off of the bat. Elijah with some offense now. Couple punches and a kick. But nothing major so far from either of these guys. A test of strength. They both came out even. And these two guys look to be pretty evenly matched at this point. Nice spinning toe hold. Drops Elijah to the mat. And Hansel now hits the ropes. Ooh, a running seated forearm smash to the face now. Oh, a very nice running senton atomico, followed up by 2 very nice leapfrogs.
Give up.
Elijah Stewart might be in trouble here. Seated camel clutch on the mat.
Give up.
And this is just all Hansel Wallace so far. Fireman's carry takeover, but Stewart up, punch the gut. Hansel returns it with a kick to the gut, taking Stewart to the mat. 1 count so far. That's the only pin of this match. Flying clothesline, though, right back to a pin from Wallace. And a kick out at 1. Into the corner goes Stewart. Wallace, the aggressor. Stewart is in the figure 4 now. Make that the figure 8.
Give up.
And it's not looking good if Stewart doesn't gain some momentum and fast. Another running senton atomico. This time onto the back of Stewart. Now the two are trading blows. And Hansel gets the better of that exchange. And following it up with a figure 4 now.
Give up. Give up.
5 minutes have passed. Stewart has been basically on the receiving end this entire time. Ooh, vicious spinning brain buster. Stewart back on his back. And Hansel throws him to the ropes. As he returns, very nice drop kick from the newcomer. I think that was a spinning backhand to the back of the head. Stewart comes up with a back elbow and finally mounts some offense with a drop toe hold, although it doesn't last long as Hansel Wallace turns it right back around. Very nice head scissors takeover, Hurricanrana style. Inverted atomic drop now from Stewart. He might be making a comeback in this match. About time too, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. He needs to get this offense in, otherwise this is definitely going to be all Hansel Wallace, who now again with the spinning brain buster plants Elijah Stewart. And once again, Stewart is on his back. Wallace sends him into the ropes. Ooh, misses with a flying clothesline attempt. Stewart sends Hansel Wallace into the ropes, comes off into a Frankensteiner, drops the fist, but Elijah Stewart is just too winded to capitalize on that dropped fist. Ooh, spikes Hansel Wallace though on a DDT off that exchange. And now a dragon screw leg whip.
Give up. Give
Little
up.
ground and pound technique there from Stewart.
Break.
Ooh, an inside package. We saw those, quite a few of those in the last match, or excuse me, the first match. Hansel Wallace though in the ropes with that one. Ooh, chop block. That might be the end of the night for Elijah Stewart.
Give up. Give up.
No, Stewart hangs on. Stewart hangs on. He is one tough individual. Chop block followed by the figure eight. That could have been all she wrote for him, but he's still in this thing. Uh-oh. Ooh. This just does not look good. Tiger Driver 98, but in the ropes, so no pinfall could be had. Stewart with a nice open hand shot.
Give up.
Submission now.
Give up.
Stewart using his body to keep Hansel Wallace away from the ropes. Wallace sent into the ropes, but comes out and just mows over Elijah Stewart. And a seated baseball slide forearm. Stewart is on Dream Street. Leapfrog Bulldog. But Stewart avoids hitting the mat. Wallace was down. The two up now, trading blows, and Stewart comes out on top this time, going to the top. Ooh, misses with an elbow drop attempt off the top. Wallace sends Stewart into the corner, and Stewart comes out.
Give up.
Crossface crippler, but very, very close to the ropes.
Give up.
Back into the crossface crippler. Oh,
Break.
very nice. Stewart went for a Tiger Driver 98. Hansel Wallace reversed it into a backslide, but no pin. Wallace is back in control of this match, but Stewart cuts him off with a couple back elbows, and Wallace might be on Dream Street now. Vertical brain buster, but Wallace back up. Wallace with that forearm shot again. And now Stewart, the recipient of a drop kick. And a spinning brain buster. Got to get him out of the ropes to pin him, though. Stewart is up, but he's on Green Street. No. Actually, a nice forearm combination there. Followed by a backhand, spinning backhand, takes Hansel Wallace off his feet. Nice round of elbow shot. Followed by a running clothesline. Wallace with a desperation arm drag turns the tide, but only momentarily. No.
1, 2,
Nice.
3.
And scissors take over into the pin, and Hansel Wallace is your winner. I think this is the best effort, though, we've seen out of Elijah Stewart, for sure. 17 minutes and 4 seconds. Hansel Wallace is your winner. But that was a hell of a match, I'll tell you. If I'm Wallace, I'm definitely trying to rest up before the next match that I have. All right, and here we go. The next match, Shogo Masamin and Zeke Weasel from the Brewery Dojo squad, trained by BFD. Now this guy has been impressive so far. He is not quite out of training yet, so he will have on his standard black attire. As unique as it is, he has on black overalls and a black hat because he refused to wear wrestling attire. Shogo, though, is in the purple and white. Both men have been featured on the recent videos showing off the talent. Shogo, I believe, was on one of the last few videos we did. And this match really going back and forth right now. Shogo out to the floor as Weasel pops his neck. Weasel sending Shogo into the corner now. Followed it up with a elbow, but missed. Shogo out in time. Ooh, vicious knee to the face of Zeke Weasel. But Weasel shrugs it off and back on the attack on Shogo. Oh, vicious headbutt. Shogo's on his back now. So Weasel, interestingly enough, is a farm boy, and that's why he wouldn't wear the wrestling attire. So BFD made a compromise with him that he could, if he could figure out some black overalls, he could wear them while training. And I guess this guy either homemade them or dyed them himself, because they're not custom and they're not a new pair. They're well worn and well broken in. If you ever have to do an interview with him or ever get near him, you'll definitely be able to tell. He's not the cleanest guy in the dojo, for sure.
Give up.
Camel clutch now from Weasel, but really close to the ropes. BFD's got to teach him ring placement. We've seen that a lot out of him. He'll hook a submission in, and it'll be really close to the ropes. Or he'll go for a pin, and it'll be really dangerously close to the ropes. Shogo is on the floor now. Once again. This time Weasel not so happy-go-lucky. He's catching his breath. Definitely Shogo has put him to the test so far. Weasel now with a round of punches sends Shogo to his back. Shogo knocks Weasel back on his back, though, and drops an elbow to his face. followed by a hip toss I thought was going to send him out of the ring. Weasel now on the receiving end of some attacks. Looks like a package pile driver of sorts. But Weasel turns it around into ground and pound position, but Shogo pushes him off. Ooh, Weasel with a running big foot to the face. Weasel, might I add, does not wear shoes, so that was an actual foot, no boot or shoe. I just hope they were clean. As I said, he's not the best bathed in the dojo at this point in time, for sure. Shogo with a vertical suplex now, puts Weasel on his back, and looks like a snap suplex. Maybe a Three Amigos here. Shades of Eddie Guerrero. Yes, there's number 3. Snap suplex now. Shogo taking Weasel to Suplex City at this point in the match. We'll see if that helps him come out on top. Vicious chop. Ooh. Vicious overhead belly to belly. I thought it was going to the floor for sure that time. But no. Another overhead belly to belly. And going for the pin now is Shogo. Only a 2. Weasel is up. One more for the road. All right. Goes up top, but thinks better of it. Good choice in a tournament. Because if you injure yourself, you still have at least a couple more matches. Well, at least one more match of the night if you move on in the tournament. 10 minutes have passed in this match now. And Shogo with a nice showing, but Weasel has now turned it around. Flying body splash, and that gets the win. The dojo trainee moves on in the championship tournament. Wouldn't that be something if a brand new talent trained by our own head trainer is the first Emperor Crown champion? All right, there you have it. 10 minutes, 48 seconds. Zeke Weasel from the dojo is moving on to face a new opponent in the next round of the tournament. All right, let's get to our next match. I believe both of these are newcomers. However, I might be wrong. King Kendo and Stone Eagle is the next match. We'll see who comes out on top. Stone Eagle, one of the Native American wrestlers on the roster. One of my personal favorites. And King Kendo, a masked man, versed in the martial arts. And Stone Eagle is off to a rough start so far in this bout. Eagle gives away quite a bit of size if you look at the comparison. Kendo is definitely the larger of the two men. Vicious leg whip while Kendo's on the mat using his own weight against his leg. Both men go to the eyes. Well, I guess what's good for one is good for the other at this point. Anything is fair in championship tournament. Plants King Kendo on his head with that DDT. And Soaring Eagle. Ooh, now scoop slammed by Kendo, but he's out before the count of 1. Soaring Eagle in control, but Kendo turns it around, going to the head. King Kendo off the ropes. Stone Eagle drops down, but the two meet, and nothing. Oh, Kendo's weight flipping Eagle over. Oh, and Kendo back to the eyes. That has long-lasting effects for the night. You still got another match or two if you win this. That's something you definitely want to avoid is fingers in your eyes. 2-3 hours of blurry vision after that, and you're in a second match. That's not a good scenario. Stone Eagle with a figure four now. No submission. King Kendo puts him in the corner, but does not follow up. Ooh. Big chop to the head, and Kendo goes down low with a kick to the groin region, if you will. Eagle puts him down with a DDT, pulling him out away from the ropes, possibly going for a pin. No. Picks him up into a seated position and goes for a baseball slide forearm. Kendo off the ropes with a forearm of his own and now choking Stone Eagle. And the ref gets a break at 3. Kendo almost got himself disqualified. Knowing how to use the count, though. Definitely got the best out of that choke. Ooh, so close. That fisherman suplex almost got the 3 count. Almost. Kendo now with a 2 count. Oh, vicious turning neck breaker from Stone Eagle. And goes for, I believe, a belly to back suplex or maybe a German suplex. Kendo was just too big. Fought his way out of it. King Kendo now chops Soaring Eagle down to the mat. Goes up top. Oh, big vaulting body press off the top. Gets almost a 3 count. Almost. Both men down in the corner now trying to catch their breath. Both men appear winded. 9 minutes have passed in this match. Very, very nice rolling senton there with the man on his shoulders. Drops the knee to the head. And King Kendo is in control now at almost the 10-minute mark. Something needs to happen quick. Oh, the ref is down. That might be the turning point. Kendo up on the top and off with a huge knee drop. The ref is back up now, just in time. A neck breaker from Stone Eagle puts King Kendo on the mat. 10 minutes, 35 seconds. Once again, King Kendo goes for the rolling senton with the man on his shoulders. Multiple chops to the neck. Stone Eagle saying that's it. Goes for the leg whip to keep him down. Picks him back up, though. Not such a smart idea, possibly. King Kendo gets in an inverted atomic drop. Both men very, very winded at this point. A big Samoan drop there. And a flying body press off the top rope. More of a splash, actually, I guess. Ooh, jawbreaker, though. Stops the momentum there. Drop toe hold, though, and Stone Eagle is back in control now. But King Kendo quickly turns it around. Catching his breath now. Running clothesline Nearly takes King Kendo out of his boots with that one. Stone Eagle puts Kendo on his back with a nice snap suplex. Oh, flying clothesline. That might be the turning point I was saying was needed. Beautiful kick to the head. But King Kendo is back up nonetheless. The two men trading blows back and forth now. And Stone Eagle with the better of that exchange. Ooh, big knee lift to the midsection though. Sends Stone Eagle on his back. Eagle sends King Kendo into the corner, unable to capitalize. Ooh, back to the rolling senton. And drops the big knee on the forehead of Stone Eagle. Round of chops to the back of the head there. Puts Stone Eagle on Dream Street. No, Stone Eagle recovers. Playing a little bit of possum maybe. Stone Eagle with the win. Soaring Stone Eagle with the win at 15 minutes and 54 seconds over King Kendo, advancing in the tournament. But, again, how much did that take out of him? These long matches are not what you want to have. You want to have something more like Conway the Machine had earlier. Real short bouts for your first round in tournaments. Definitely. Alrighty. This next match, we have Anthony Towers, our resident giant, versus Big Texas, who we've seen once in action. Interesting to say the least. Big Texas, but I wouldn't say championship ready quite yet. Maybe needs to visit the dojo. Maybe needs some of BFD's mentorship. But we'll see what happens. Anthony Towers starts off strong. Snapmares him over. Big Texas, though, with a shoulder block. Towers sent into the ropes. Both men meet. Neither man moved. Towers, though, with a forearm shot to the throat, it looked like, sends Texas to his back. Camel clutch now applied, but Texas out quickly. Towers puts him on his back once again. A little bit of a headlock there, but Towers able to shove him away. And Texas with a drop toe hold, putting Towers on the mat. Towers back up, though, with a big scoop slam. You know, when you're dropped from that high in the air, it hurts. Texas gets him up, though, and gives him not quite a drop, but gives him a drop of his own. Oh, there we go to the eyes again. Oh, twice. That, like I said in the last match, is something you do not want to have to deal with. You know, you could have blurry vision for 2 or 3 or more hours through the evening after having fingers in your eyes. And in a tournament, that's not something you want to have to deal with. Nice swinging neck breaker from Big Texas. Definitely looking better in this match, should I say, than in his first appearance, for sure. So hopefully he's taking this a little more serious than he took his debut, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. When you want to be a professional at something, you want to put your best foot forward. And Texas's debut was definitely not what I'd call putting your best foot forward. Ran into the corner there as Towers sidestepped his attempt at, I believe, a shoulder tackle, maybe. We'll see how that plays out in the rest of this match.
Give up.
Towers working on the neck, it seems like, tonight of Big Texas. Oh, I thought he was going to send him out with a suplex, but Texas over the shoulder and a neck breaker puts Towers down, but Towers scoop slams him out of the ring to the floor now. Texas grabs a chair. The ref admonishing the use of the chair with the DQ count. And Texas drops the chair and applies I guess, since he's doing it, you would call it the Texas Claw, maybe? Shades of the Von Erich family. Oh, and there's the Texas we saw in the debut, falling for Towers, telling him to hit the ropes. Towers yanks him down by the hair, slams him to the mat. Texas with a stunner now.
1, 2.
And 2.9. The ref's shoulder was rotated and the hand was going down, almost hit the mat. So close was that to a 3 count. Texas with the leg drop off the top now. Towers with a vertical suplex, though. That's a long way to drop. Texas back to the spinning toe hold.
Give up.
Towers with a back suplex. Anything with Towers is elevated, so I guess that would be a high elevated back suplex. Towers snap mares him over, pulls him out of the ropes, and going back to work on the neck.
Give up.
Really wrenching there. I think he's trying to take his opponent out with the least amount of effort tonight. That way he can just advance on with all of his energy, because he usually picks guys up and throws them left and right. Although I think he might need to take Texas a little more serious, because Texas now almost beating Towers twice. Towers off the top, that's unusual for him. So maybe he's oh no, not this again. Big Texas might just fall for anything at this point. Probably a Trump supporter too. Oh, big belly-to-belly suplex. Towers not even going to the mat, just dropping him. Pulling him out away from the ropes now after that big elbow to the ribs. The two men are up now, though. Texas trading blows with Tower. And a clothesline puts Towers on his back. Big Texas up to the top. Drops a pair of knees on the midsection of Towers. Big Texas looking really good. I don't know what got into him in this. But definitely, like I said, taking it more serious than his debut. Towers calling for his finisher, the 7-story drop. Let's see if he hits it. No, back to the belly-to-belly. And again with the elbow, taking him down. Maybe trying to soften him up here for it now. Another big belly-to-belly. Drops the elbow on him from high in the air. Choke slam now. Towers really feeling it. Big boot to the back of the head. Yanks him out of away from the ropes. And goes for a vertical suplex, but Big Texas goes low. Towers now really feeling that low blow. Big Texas trying to take advantage of it, and he does with a big running lariat. Oh, almost once again. Towers really needs to put this guy away if he's going to, and there it is. 7-story drop. Oh, Big Texas kicks out. Again with a stun gun. 2, and no. Towers is out once again. Texas gets the big guy up and over for a vertical suplex. But it took everything out of Texas, I think. No, gets him again. This time sends him out to the floor and follows him. Big Texas grabs the chair and is back in the ring. Towers winded on the floor now. Oh, to the ribs with the chair. And drops it just before the DQ. I believe he was telling Towers he was number 1 there. Ooh, Towers drops him on his head with that move. That move came out of nowhere, and Anthony Towers is your winner at 16 minutes and 53 seconds, moving forward in the tournament. Anthony Towers had a hell of a match for a big guy. He's got some more matches to go in this tournament. Hopefully he's ready for them. All right. We're entering the last of the first round of the tournament here. The next match, Lauren King versus the self-proclaimed Super Sexy Saiyan, Eric Jaden. Lawrence King is the number 1 pick to win this tournament, so we'll see how how Eric Jaden rather fares against Lawrence King, as Lawrence King, very, very large, impressive specimen, and very, very good at wrestling. Like I said, the number 1 pick to win. And Jaden starts off now with a shoulder block. And, ooh, King turns around and hits an arm drag. Jaden misses with a clothesline. King now smacking Jaden around. Jaden, though, not having it. Snapmares him over. Oh, King with a big forearm shot to the back. Just grabs Jaden by the head and slams him to the mat. Ooh, wrenching on the neck now. That's a big guy to have trying to twist your head off of your shoulders. Jaden, I'm not sure if he knows exactly what he was signing up for when he signed on for this tournament in the first round against King. Oh, what a paintbrush. Oh, and a chop to the throat there sends Jaden down. Jaden whipped into the ropes, and a huge, huge chop off the return. Jaden goes into the corner, playing a little bit of possum, kicks King in the stomach on his way out, goes for a pile driver, but King reverses into a back body drop. Jaden with a closed fist, not much effect on Lawrence King. Oh, big running shoulder tackle there sends Jaden down. Jaden right back up, though. The two are now trading blows back and forth. Looks like Lawrence King gets the better of it, though. And an angled slam there by Lawrence King. And another one. Eric Jaden in the corner just winded at this point. And King with a vicious chop, not letting him catch his breath at all. Just staying on him. Vicious running clothesline attack now. And just a palm strike right to the face. King off the ropes again. And Jaden turns around just in time to catch a clothesline Jaden back to his feet. Out of nowhere with a rake to the eyes. Seems to be a favorite of people. I think people at this point are like, if I can't move on, I at least want my opponent to not be at 100 in the next round. Jaden back in the ring now. That might be the safest place. Going with a low blow. And up to the top again. Let's see what happens this time. Oh, misses once again. Went for a leg lariat and nobody home. King just sidestepped it. King just unleashing boxing type jabs on Jaden and then sending him back to the floor once again. Oh, slams his head into the floor. Ooh. An inverted pile driver on the floor. Jaden's got to create some space between the two. I don't know what he's going to do, but he's got to do it faster. This match is already over. Up to the top twice, nobody home. Jaden is in real trouble right now. Oh, King just manhandles him. Now slamming his face into the mat. Oh, to the eyes though goes Jaden. Misses with a drop kick. King picks him up and sends him into the corner. Ties him to the tree. Whoa, what's going to happen here? Chops him down. Jaden sends King down with a punch and misses with a drop kick as King returns to his feet. Sends Jaden into the ropes. As he returns, he's met with a chop. And Jaden is on Dream Street. I think this one might be over, folks. 10 minutes of just being manhandled. I'm not sure exactly, but I would say there's a good possibility that Jaden's not going to be able to make a comeback on this one. And King picks him up, running clothesline. I think at this point King is just having fun. I don't even think that King is really broke a sweat on this one. He just manhandled this guy the whole match. Back to the eyes goes Jaden.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Jaden out on the floor now.
5, 6, 7,
On the floor, under the ring, nothing to be found, I guess. He didn't come out with anything.
15, 16, 19.
Once again, digging under the ring, nothing to be found, and there's the count out. Jaden is officially out of this tournament. I think he's just happy to be out of this match. Fairly certain he was looking for an object under the ring and just couldn't find anything. There you have it, 12 minutes, 20 seconds, so not a terribly long match, but not a short one. I don't think that Lawrence King even broke a sweat, though. We'll see if the amount of time spent in that match has any effect on him going forward. Alrighty, let's get to our next round one match. This one features Inai Yorimoto, who we've seen on the videos preparing everyone, introducing everyone to the roster, against Stitch, who was not featured in those videos, but did do a battle royal for us, and Stitch. Well, he's more of a violence type of guy. I'm actually shocked he even is in this tournament. Not really his type of thing. He's more of a hardcore fighter. But nonetheless, here he is, and receives a scoop slam from Yorimoto right off the bat, but comes back with a pair of Mongolian chops to traps, and both men meet off the ropes in the middle. Nothing happens. That time, Stitch takes Yorimoto down and then goes low with a headbutt. Stitch winning the test of strength there, and then giving Yorimoto an elbow to the face for his troubles. Sending Yorimoto out to the floor. That's not good. That's like going into Stitch's home there. All kinds of things he can hurt you with. The posts, the rails, the floor, anything he can find that he can pick up. And Stitch now pulling Yorimoto. Oh! Apparently he found a sickle out there on the floor. Stitch digging at the forehead with a sickle of Yorimoto. Oh, and again, Yorimoto is a bloody mess now. I'm not even sure why we let this guy in the tournament, to be honest with this. He needs to be in like a deathmatch tournament. Yorimoto is just a mess, an absolute mess now. But Yorimoto's still fighting. Has Stitch in a camel clutch. Scoop slam now and pulling him away from the ropes, possibly going for a pin. No, steps on his knee. Looks like trying to take this back to a wrestling match. But nonetheless, Stitch biting the open wound on Yorimoto now. And Yorimoto is trying his damnedest, I believe, to take this thing back to a wrestling match, but to no avail. Stitch just not a clean wrestler at all. Like I said, he belongs in a deathmatch tournament more than this tournament here.
Give up. Give up.
A two-handed choke lift there, just hanging Yorimoto by the neck. But Yorimoto back up, puts Stitch on his back, drags him away from the ropes, but Stitch quick to his feet. Quite a chop fest there between the two for a minute. Yorimoto with a deep arm drag takes over Stitch. And now a belly-to-belly suplex, overhead style. I thought he was going to send him out of the ring, but no. Oh, and a two-handed choke power bomb almost does it for Yorimoto. Yorimoto might have bitten off more than he can chew in this match. A lot of people might have, to be honest, with Stitch. Like I said, he's more of a deathmatch wrestler than a wrestler. I'm not sure how the other guys will fare in this tournament against him, to be honest. The rest of these guys are wrestlers. Yorimoto now suplex into the corner and puts Stitch down for a second. Stitch into the ropes though, but holds on. Yorimoto with a series of forearm shots to the head and puts Stitch down, up to the top, and Stitch back up. The knee drop not in time. That knee drop found its mark, but Stitch is back up. Overhead, belly to belly, and there's the pin. And Stitch is out at 2. Alrighty. Dropped on his head now, and that power bomb of sorts. But Stitch is still on his feet. A little bit of some high flying lucha libre type action there. to put Stitch down, but nice baseball slide drop kick follow-up. But as I was getting ready to say, Stitch is again on his feet. And Stitch sends Yorimoto into the corner. And Yorimoto answers with a chop, but not much offense at this point from Yorimoto. It's pretty much all Stitch right now. Stitch with a senton on Yorimoto. Yorimoto whips Stitch in, though. Pop-up powerbomb. And, oh, so close. Stitch out at the last second. Yorimoto with a submission. I'm not sure Stitch knows what pain is, though, at this point. Just look at the scars on that guy. Like, I think he's probably maxed his pain receptors out. And Stitch with the win. 11 minutes, 42 seconds. He will advance on. That could spell trouble for a lot of the other competitors in this thing. Stitch is not out here trying to fight a clean fight. But he is definitely out here trying to fight a lot and very violently. Alright guys, let's get to the next round of this tournament. And our first second round match. These two have had quite a bit of post-match rest time. It is Patrick O'Grady versus Conway the Machine. Let's get down to the ring. Jonathan Justice calling it down the middle. So O'Grady, a vet, and Conway the Machine, a newcomer. Conway is just brutal, though, as we see starting out with a face first suplex type slam on O'Grady, and once again going to that maneuver, just bashing O'Grady into the mat face first out of a suplex position. O'Grady, though, goes to the eyes, goes for a suplex, and Conway the Machine just too powerful and reverses it, and for good measure stomps O'Grady where the sun don't shine, trying to I guess just make a point maybe. O'Grady used a lot of low blows in his match against Edmund Albright. Yeah. And maybe Conway making it a point to say, hey, I'm here for it. We can do it all day if you want.
Give up.
And Conway now brutally rubbing his elbow into O'Grady's temple, but O'Grady not giving up yet. A little bit of how Conway feels about O'Grady, and already almost a 3 count at not even the 3-minute mark yet. That just goes to show you how dangerous Conway the Machine is. O'Grady, though, with a scoop slam and trying to make a comeback. Conway the Machine had the shortest match of anybody, though, in the first round, and may just actually have the advantage in this whole thing, having had a short match in the first round. Second match, which means he got the most rest time out of anyone next to O'Grady. And right now, it just appears he might be in better shape than O'Grady as well. Not just due to the short match, but he's just manhandling O'Grady. O'Grady, though, able to get him over for a suplex. We'll see if he can make a comeback. The two are trading blows now. O'Grady says it's over and puts Conway down with a headbutt, but Conway pops right back up, hits him with a discus clothesline, and then puts him on his back, pulling him back to his feet. O'Grady, though, up with a gut-wrench suplex and drops an elbow on Conway. Running axe handle sends Conway down. Conway right out at one, though. Just manhandling O'Grady in the corner once again. Conway going up to the top. Back elbow off the top. And going for a low blow once again. Jonathan Justice letting it slide. He knows just how important this is tonight. And Conway might have been calling for the end, but O'Grady trying to mount some offense now. O'Grady sends him down with a forearm and stomps the back of the knee. That might be the best possible strategy with Conway is trying to take his legs out, because I don't see you beating him any other way at this point. I mean, he's just a monster. Slams O'Grady down by the head. And that's all she wrote. O'Grady is out and Conway is moving on at 7 minutes and 29 seconds. What a beast. 2 short matches. He might be the best seated person in this so far. All right, next match. Hansel Wallace, who went over in the first round against Elijah Stewart, versus Zeke Weasel from the dojo. Weasel just a big, strong country boy. Hansel, a nice, polished wrestler, although still a relatively newcomer. Zeke Weasel went over in the first round against Shogo Masamune, and in a very convincing fashion at that. Zeke Weasel, once again, if you're just joining us, in the black overalls. In our dojo system, you don't get to have any kind of personality or color traits on your attire until you begin moving. So he is a first tier, first level trainee of BFD in the dojo, but very impressive. So impressive that he was the only dojo trainee at this point to make it to this tournament, as he had an undefeated streak going in the introduction videos to our roster. And he sends Hansel out to the floor. Hansel is back in early though at 3, didn't take any time to rest, whips Weasel into the ropes and catches him with a boot to the midsection and a chop, sends him into the corner now. Weasel turns it around, sends Hansel into the corner, and then Hansel turns it around once again. Scoop slam on Weasel, and Hansel with a split-legged moonsault off the top. Going for the pin, but no pin. They were in the ropes. Weasel and Hansel putting on an impressive show for 2 newcomers. Weasel with the figure 4 leg lock in. No submission there, though. Weasel with a vicious power bomb. Hansel may have hit the back of his head there. And there's 1, 2, and no, 2.5, and that's all you get. Trading blows now. Back and forth, back and forth. And Weasel gets the better of it. Goes for the big elbow off the top. Pulling Hansel out. Away from the ropes now. Hansel up. Whips Weasel to the ropes, but Weasel holds on. Weasel with a super kick. Puts Hansel down, going for the pin. Oh, so close there, but no cigar. No cigar for Weasel. Can you imagine if Weasel becomes the first champion right out of the dojo? That would be absolutely insane.
1, 2.
Oh, so close once again. Hansel better do something quick or he's going to be out of here. for the night. And looks like he heard me. Baseball slide forearm into the face of Weasel, followed up by a scoop slam. Lifts him to a seated position, chops him back down, but Weasel up with a headbutt now. Weasel pulls him out away from the ropes, drops a big elbow, pulls him back to his feet, and a big belly-to-belly suplex from the farm boy out of the dojo now.
Give up.
Hansel, though, with a headlock, but Weasel shoves him off. Almost shoved him out of the ring. Puts Hansel down again and off of the rope with a big splash, but Hansel is on his stomach. Can't pin him like that. 2 splashes in a row now. But Hansel back up, answers with a knee to the midsection. The pin is in the ropes. Jonathan Justice calls for the break. Hansel pulling him away from the ropes this time, going for the figure 4. Turns it to the figure 8. We'll see what happens. No submission. Weasel sends him into the corner. And a series of shoulder blocks to the ribs now. Weasel up to the top, drops a big elbow on Hansel. Takes a second for a breather. Big fist to the forehead there. Hansel over the top, though, playing a little bit of possum maybe. Weasel ready for it, puts him in the corner, ties him to the tree of woe. Stomping him in the stomach now while he's on it. He drops him on his head. And Hansel now back in control with a rolling into the camel clutch, although Weasel breaks it and is back up to his feet. Strong jabs, and Hansel is down. Weasel is winded. Hansel is on Dream Street, but regains his composure in time to take control. Hansel with a headlock now, but Weasel almost shoves him out of the ring once again. Weasel just so big and strong. Hansel a well-polished wrestler, though. And, almost. Head scissor takeover into a pin there. And almost had him. Splash off the rope, gets a 2. Weasel is in trouble. But comes up with a big power bomb. And that gets the 3. Weasel moves on again. This is going to be absolutely bonkers if a trainee out of the dojo who hasn't even reached level 2 yet, who has an undefeated streak already in the company, is our first champion. Weasel moves on to round 3. So that will be interesting. He will face Conway the Machine, who has been very impressive and undefeated up to this point. That will be a match to watch for sure. The next match is Stone Eagle versus our resident giant, Anthony Towers. We'll see who comes out on top of this one. Stone Eagle, one of our Native American talents, and Anthony Towers is just a absolute giant of a man, standing at near 7 foot tall. Eagle able to get him over into a clothesline, though. Towers did have a rough first match. Eagle had a okay first match, not as rough as Towers, but Towers may actually be on the mend from that first match still. He didn't have very long of a rest time at all. running clothesline from Stone Eagle now. And Towers into the corner. Towers out with a big chop and misses. Eagle takes the arm, working it, but the weight just takes him over with Towers. Towers up with a big sidewalk slam, though, and Eagle is down.
Give up.
Anthony Towers once again going for the neck of his opponent, really wrenching on it. He did not get a submission in the first match, but I guess it did wear his opponent down as he made it to the second round.
Give up.
And a figure four now from Towers. Very uncharacteristic. I think he knows just how important this match is, and I think he knows he's wrestling
Give up.
probably one of the most handicapped matches he will ever have in his career at this point, with having such a hard time in the first round, and then also having short rest time. Towers out to the floor, but quickly back in the ring. Answers with a belly to belly, and now once again going for the figure four on Stone Eagle. And Stone Eagle out of the figure four and up with a controlling headlock, walks Towers out of the ropes, but Towers just manhandling him now. Eagle back in control, sending Tower head first into the top turnbuckle. Towers comes out and a snap suplex is waiting on him, followed by a running clothesline that nearly took him out of the ring. Towers, though, with another huge sidewalk slam onto Stone Eagle, and a running power slam now, pulling him away from the ropes, possibly going for a pin. But no, picks him up, and a screwdriver. Almost had him off the screwdriver. Once again going for the arm of Towers, and the weight and size difference takes Eagle over as well. Eagle drops Towers on his head with that DDT and soars through the sky with that body splash off the top. Only a 2 count though there. Towers with a big choke slam there, and a running big foot. Eagle is down, but Towers winded and unable to capitalize. Eagle back up with a snap suplex, and another running clothesline, this time almost taking Towers out of his boots, but Towers back up with another screwdriver for the win. 8 minutes 48 seconds. And he advances to the next round of the tournament. All right, there you have it. 8 minutes 48 seconds. Anthony Towers goes on to the next round, and he will face the winner of our next match, Lawrence King, the person entering the tournament as the odds-on favorite, and our resident psychopath, Stitch, who in the first match bloodied his opponent using a sickle. We'll see exactly how Lawrence King combats Stitch. Lawrence King just absolutely huge and almost the perfect wrestler, but Stitch is not your average wrestler. He's not all there. He belongs in an insane asylum or a underground pit fighting ring somewhere, not a wrestling ring, if we're being completely honest and transparent. So far, this match has been all King, though. Which, if this were a wrestling match, I would say is not surprising. But with Stitch in it, it's hard to say what will and won't be a wrestling match.
2.
King going for an early win. I don't blame him. You don't want to be in the ring any longer than you have to when you have other matches still yet to come if you advance. Stitch now actually working as a wrestler, but King breaks the hold quickly. And King with a angled Samoan slam and just really manhandling Stitch now. You almost feel bad for the guy until you remember that he used a sickle on his opponent in the first round. And King, very, very leery, keeping just enough distance that he can see where Stitch's hands are at all times, but still close enough he can grab him. Stitch sends King to the floor. King now back in, and looks like he's angry at this point. Big, huge clothesline. Stitch is down. So close. So close. The referee's hand was on the way down. And an inverted pile driver, but the pin was in the ropes. The ref calls for the break. And now picking him up for a choke slam. Steps on his chest. Let's see. Oh, so close. Stitch out at the last second again. I think that would have been the shortest match of the tournament at this point had he have gotten the win there. Alright, Stitch drags him out of the ropes, but King is just so big and so massive. How do you really keep him away from the ropes? Unless he's in the dead center of the ring. King just able to run his opponent over there. And picks him back up. Stitch with a snap suplex gets him over. King right back up though. Pair of Mongolian chops to the traps. And a roll-up pin. Kind of a roll-up crucifix, but no pin. Only a 2 count. Another huge clothesline. That may be all.
3.
Yep, that's the 3 count. Lawrence King advances one more round and will face Anthony Towers in the next round. All right, guys, it's come down to this, our final 4. Patrick O'Grady lost to Conway the Machine in the last round. Setting up for Zeke Weasel, the newcomer from the dojo, versus Conway the Machine. Both fairly new to the promotion and both currently undefeated. Conway the Machine has just been a beast in this tournament. Just manhandling his opponents. We'll see how Zeke Weasel from the dojo, this possibly star pupil of BFD at this point, fares against him. Starting out strong, putting Conway down, dropping the knee on him, but Conway is back to his feet. Big right and left to the head. Now a big forearm to the back of Conway, and he's down, but right back up, and now starting to take control. Weasel goes for a suplex. Conway reverses and sends Weasel to the outside of the ring. Telling Weasel he's number one right there. But Weasel back in and on the attack quickly. Conway kicking out of that attempted Boston Crab there. Now boot to Weasel's face. Weasel still in this though, very much so. Puts Conway down, went to the ropes. Conway was right back up though, so thought better of it. 2 back elbows to Conway's face, sends him down, and we're in a seated camel clutch now. But Conway back up, going for that power bomb that he's used. But Weasel able to reverse it and cranking on the neck, but Conway out quickly. Conway pulling Weasel out of the way from the ropes and stomps his midsection. Weasel up with a knee lift to the midsection of the machine. Only a 1 count there. That, I think, is the first time Conway the Machine has been pinned this entire time. The Machine sends Weasel out to the floor. And a series of headbutts now with a light. And does not break the light tube on Weasel. Weasel instead slammed face first into the floor. These two might get each other counted out. The last round might be a bye. Nope. Conway the Machine is in the ring at the last second. And we've had our first count out of the tournament. The Machine moves on at 4 minutes and 33 seconds in his match. All right, folks. We are headed to find out who his opponent is. We have Anthony Towers versus the number 1 pick to win it all, Lawrence King. Who will take the match? Who will take the tournament? And Towers starts out strong with a forearm to the chest, sending Lawrence down. Drags him out of the ropes, goes for a camel clutch. These two are absolute giants. It'll be interesting to see Towers with the height advantage, though. And Towers going for a Boston Crab now, but King out of that quickly as well. King just running over Towers in the corner and picks him back up. Open hand slaps and a closed fist to the jaw. And Towers is stunned now. Off the ropes. And he goes down. King picks him up. Towers sends King down though. Drags him out to the center of the ring. Stomps him in the gut. King though answers with a choke slam. That is one giant choke slam. And goes for the suplex. King reverses. Almost sends Towers out of the ring. Towers up though. Trading blows now. Or actually I guess not. King is the only one exchanging blows. Towers backing off a little bit from King. King sends Towers into the ropes. And now they're exchanging blows. Back and forth.
Oh, yeah!
King just mows him over, but Towers back up with a discus clothesline, putting King on his back. Towers drags King out to the center, and a big backdrop suplex. Goes for the pin. Only a 1. Sends King into the ropes, hits a back elbow off the return, and an elbow drop. But King right back up. Towers in the corner now. Shoulder blocks into King's midsection. King is down, but right back up and on the attack. Big choke slam from Anthony Towers, and King is down. For the longest time, we've seen him in a ring on his back at this point, I think. Towers is winded. Goes for a power bomb, but King reverses. Inverted pile driver, goes for the pin, and almost has it. Big choke slam from Towers on the King. Can he capitalize? Goes to the ropes. Huge foot to the face. King goes down, but right back up. Ooh, a screwdriver. Two. Oh, so close. King was almost gone from the tournament, and he is the top seed to win this thing. All the betting odds are on him. That would have been a huge upset there. That's surprising to say when you have Anthony Towers as the other man in the ring. Nonetheless, though, it would have been a huge upset. Towers just working King over, sends him into the corner now. King out with those boxer-like jabs, puts Towers on the mat, picks him back up. And Towers gets him belly to belly in, followed by a choke slam. But cannot follow up, he's just too winded. Huge running boot to the face. Towers answers with a huge clothesline. King answers with a huge clothesline. Towers on his back. 2 count. He's up. Belly to belly. Cannot capitalize. King is on Dream Street. Managed to get the axe handle in and stop the momentum of Anthony Towers. Again, we see that inverted pile driver, but the pin is too close to the ropes. Towers is too tall. His feet were touching the ropes. The ref calls for the break. 10-minute warning. 10 minutes have passed in the match so far. King still very much in this, as is Towers. And screwdriver once again. We'll see if it gets the win. No, King is out. So close. Huge running boot. And an elbow drop off the top. Let's see if that gets the win. Towers now picks King back up, not going for the pin. Opts instead for the running power slam. King back up with a couple punches to the gut. King sends him into the corner, but he comes out with a backdrop suplex, follows it up with a choke slam. King is down once again on Dream Street. Better turn things around. King back on top with a choke slam of his own.
2, 3.
And that gets the win, folks. 12 minutes, 21 seconds, but King knows he has been in a match for sure. I hope to see this somewhere down the road in the promotion. These two were very, very impressive, folks. Very impressive. 2 big guys just beating the hell out of each other. But King is the winner. Lawrence King advances on to the final 2. We will see in a minute, folks, who is our first Emperor Crown champion. Will it be Conway the Machine, the newcomer who is still undefeated, or will it be Lawrence King, the #1 pick to win it all? who is also undefeated to this point. We're about to find out. Let's go to the ring. All right, Jonathan Justice says let's start the match. Lawrence King right out the gate with a huge slap to Conway the Machine's face. Conway is not having it though. Yeah. Absolutely manhandles Lawrence King up. And Lawrence is huge. Drops him down. King goes to work on that neck though. And Conway the Machine with a huge elbow into the back, followed by a double axe handle. King has absolutely no rest time and has just been through a hellacious match. We will see, folks, if he can pull it out. He is the odds-on favorite to win this whole thing. King now turning things around, maybe. Conway takes the momentum back, though, just that fast. And goes for a low blow. King, though, back up, smacking the taste out of Conway's mouth, as if to say, hit me as hard as you want. Yeah. I'm still coming for you. This is my match. Conway with that big powerbomb, though. But King is out at 2. Not even a 2.5.
Eat shit.
Conway telling the fans how he feels. Stomping King now. King back up. The two are trading chops and punches. Back and forth. Conway wins with an elbow to the face. King, though, sends him to the outside of the ring, where Conway has managed to find a light tube. And Conway sent into the ropes, comes off to catch a huge chop across the chest. King sends Conway in. Once again, a huge chop upon return. And just mowing him down from a 3-point stance there. Conway sends him in now, and on the return, hits a huge knee lift to the gut, sending King down, and a huge elbow drop off the top rope. King, though, back up and answers with another slap to the face. Conway drives his head into the mat with a pile driver now. Very relaxed pin. And Lawrence King is out at 2. Slams Conway's head into the mat and picks him back up. Muscles him up and just slams him into the mat face first.
Yeah.
And Conway now answers back with a power bomb.
2.
And so close. King is in trouble. If King is going to pull this one off, he needs to make a comeback, and quick. He is on Green Street. Conway has had the advantage in this match so far.
Hey!
Most of the match. And vicious headbutts. Conway now looking a little winded, though. I think this is the first time we've seen this guy winded. I think this is the first time we might have seen this guy go this far into a match. Goes for the pin, but Lawrence King's feet are on the ropes. King pulls Conway out to the middle of the ring now. And Conway sends King into the ropes. King with the comeback, though, colliding and going down. Lawrence King is in trouble, but comes back with a huge clothesline, sending Conway down. Conway answers with the powerbomb once again. and going for the cover.
2, 3.
And that does it. Conway the Machine is our first official Emperor Crown champion. What a tournament. What an absolute masterpiece of a tournament. There you have it. Conway the Machine leads Bushido Underground into battle. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us tonight. There you have it. We'll be back next Sunday with Underground TV. In the meantime, make sure to watch all of the videos on this channel, including the Bushido Underground playlist, the Fatty's House Records playlist, and the music videos. We'll see you next time. Peace.